All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Achah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth and truth and its sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on this video right here that you see on your screen very, very briefly. As you can see, it says just in. So this is breaking news right here. Pentagon deploys 82nd Airborne to Middle East as war escalates, right? So this war is escalating. I don't see this thing stopping or slowing down no time soon. It's a lock you from, the tone of my voice. I'm on a plantation, but the Lord put the spirit on me to, hey, get this off. So, hey, here we are. But yeah, hey, look. Trump deployed 82nd Airborne over there, man. Sent 5,000 Marines over there too. And Iran came out and said, hey, if they do a ground invasion, then he's going to really show them what they can really do. Okay, that's the weak saying that they are strong. All right. Hey, man, we're in some very exciting and dangerous times, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And also, that nuke talk. All right. A lot of these nations are worried about nuclear missile. Kim Jong-un took a picture with his nuclear missile and said his nuclear missiles are always on standby because, it's being said that Benjamin Netanyahu might use a nuclear missile. And then Putin came out and said, if you use a nuclear missile against Iran or anybody over there in the so-called Middle East, then it's going to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. Is that not Ezekiel 38? All right, Russia being a guard to these little nations, and one of those little nations is Persia. All right, and Persia changed its name to Iran in 1935. All right. So, with no further ado, let's play this. I got about 7 more minutes on this break, so let's play a little bit of this.
All right, so a lot of breaking news coming out in the past hour and just moments ago. Let me get you caught up as we're hearing that things are escalating with the U.S.-Iran war in the Middle East. Take a look at the latest headlines coming out now. We've just seen video footage and confirmation coming out that the U.S. is expected to deploy troops from the 82nd Airborne to the Middle East for the Iranian war. So troops are going out. However, simultaneously, while this is happening, we heard about
And just to let you know, it's already prophesied that when they go over there in the so-called Middle East, there's no such thing as a Middle East. All right. But anyway, when they go over there, they're going to get slaughtered, man. That's pursuant to Joel 2:20. It tells you that he shall remove off from the north country into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the East Sea, which is the Euphrates, into the Persian Gulf, and its hinder part to the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea, and that lands you and where? Saudi Arabia. And it says, and as ill savor and stink shall come up, and I'm loosely quoting, the precept, because he have done great things. And this is getting into what? This is getting into them going over there and being slaughtered, man. What comes up from a dead body, like a stink, an ill savor, right? All right.
Hour or so ago that Trump had declared victory and claims that Iran has offered a prize in talks, but Iran has denied having done so. Take a look. Iran has offered U.S. oil and gas prize in talks, Trump says, coming out just 2 hours ago. Now, this comes, as I mentioned, that we're hearing that troops are being deployed simultaneously while they're saying there is potential deal on the table. Trump says negotiations to end the war are happening right now, and Iran is talking sense. Now, this comes as well as there's concerns here in the homeland, as today we saw a massive explosion at a crude oil refinery that rocked Texas City as residents were told to shelter in place today. Large oil refinery explosion near Texas coast.
And that's another thing. Now, we're about to see the effects of that. It's on fire right now, man. A large oil refinery, they're saying it's the largest one or something like that. But as you can see, that's on fire. Now, we're going to see if they roll that out and say it's some type of T attack or whatever. It might come up as a false flag. We just know shit is going down now, all right?
forces residents to shelter in place. Now, the explosion comes amid a spike in gas prices driven by uncertainty over the global oil supply because of the Iranian war. We're still unaware of the cause of this explosion at this refinery in Texas. And in addition to that, take a look at this. Game-changing secret weapon is coming. Iran rejects Trump's productive talks claims with a fresh new warning to the United States, as they're saying a secret weapon is going to be on the way. So we're hearing...
Uh-oh. Hey, all the pride that Esau, we don't see nobody. You know, how many of them red hats do you see outside? How many? Now you see, you know, them from here and there, you know, either might wearing a MAGA hat or something like that. But you don't see that no more, man. They really don't even talk about what's going on. Look, you can see the nervousness in these heathens when they're making videos, man. You can see the nervousness in this heathen. He's like taking deep breaths and like, oh man, a secret weapon. See, because, you know, they thought this was going to be like Venezuela, all right? But it's end up turning into Vietnam 2.0, all right? Which me and a brother was saying that 2 camps ago, all right? But anyway,
that Donald Trump is saying we've got a deal, we've got a 5-day pause, we're going to see what unfolds. This is a critical week for the conflict taking place in the Middle East, but while it is going on, troops are being sent, U.S. troops to the Middle East, and Iran is saying they've got a secret weapon, and Iran is saying, we don't know what you're talking about, there is no deal on the table at this time, but Trump is saying we are very close. So a lot of contradictions, not really sure what to believe, but regardless, I'm going to be sharing with you the...
all right, hope that was edifying. Hope you could take something from it. This is just a brief news update. Salakia, Spirit just hopped on me, you know, so I just got it off. But once again, Salakia for that, you know, that short, the short video. But I hope you could take something from this. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.